my June's Journey friends, it's Curly Sue, and welcome to my channel. How often do you see this screen? Do you win sweep the board on the regular? Or are you a player that avoids it because it gives you anxiety or you think you're not fast enough? If you'd like to win sweep the board prizes but are afraid of trying, I'm hoping to give you enough tips and support to make you confident enough to give it another go. So why do players avoid sweep the board in the first place? It's timed. Not only is it timed, but you get less time to find each object as you progress in the game. Take a look at this chart. When you look at the seconds per item column, you can see that scenes 1 and 2 are pretty easy. Once you get to that third scene and on, you get less and less time to find each object. You get barely over a second per object in that last scene, which is why it is colored red hot. Another problem with sweep the board is that it is do or die. Say you're moving along really well and you've got steps 1 and step 2 in the bag. What happens if you fail step 3? Well, you have to take yourself right back to the starting gate. That's what. A third problem with sweep the board is that you have to find your objects in batches. In batches of 3 to be specific. You are presented with 3 objects to find. You must find all 3 of those objects before you are presented with the next 3 objects. So if you can't find one, you're kind of stuck there, wasting precious time. You may have 9 whole objects left to find, but you can't get to them until you find this one item. We are going to avoid that problem by knowing where all of the objects are beforehand. But before that, let's talk about devices. The device that you use can make a difference in your sweep the board efficiency. You can be playing on a computer or laptop, a phone, or a tablet. With a computer and mouse, you have to chase and click objects back and forth across the screen one-handed. That's not so efficient when you only have 1.1 second to find each object. I'm sure someone has won sweep the board this way, and if you have, let me know in the comment section below. But for now, I'm marking it as a less desirable option. With a phone, the screen is smaller, but you can hold it in your hands and tap through the objects with both thumbs. 2 hands are faster than 1 hand. Same with a tablet, you're able to use both hands, either propped up on a stand or in your lap, like the way I play it. Another thing about sweep the board is that the scenes that you play are random. My scene 1 may be different from your scene 1. It is not uniform, so players can't share with each other which scenes to study for a particular sweep the board. So I am going to show you different ways on how to find your individual scene. These are the websites that are most useful to me. Don't be alarmed, it isn't that difficult, if not just a little tedious. But what I'm going to show you will help so much in your sweep the board confidence level. The first website is Find June. If you take a screenshot of your padlock scene and enter it into that website, it will tell you what volume and chapter that scene is so that you can look it up. Unfortunately, I can't tell you how to do it now because that site has been down for the last 2 sweep the boards. Hopefully it's back up soon and then I can update. But until then, you have the website address and I'm going to show you other ways to find your scenes. Let's go to Crazy June next. So let's say that this is your next scene to play. It's an outside scene. I see a car, a tree, a scaffolding. Let's go to Crazy June and see what we can do with that information. Tap the 3 lines that you see up here in the upper left-hand corner. They call it a hamburger. You get a pull-down list of many options. We saw a tree in our padlocked picture, so let's choose that from objects. I'm betting there's going to be a lot of scenes with trees, but let's see what we can find. And there it is, the hotel construction site. Tap on it and you'll get a list of all of the objects in that scene, plus their locations. Go over this to learn where everything is in your scene. We're back in school, crashing for that exam. Now I'm going to show you another scene that I found and plug it into thatsleuthlife.com. There are so many options for studying there. When you get here, just tap on scenes and type in your number. My next scene was 1160. With the toggle switches up top, you can choose to highlight your objects, show the names or both. You can also show the silhouettes if you happen to be playing secrets. Tap on an object and they highlight. Tap on a word from the object list and also the object highlights. I prefer to turn all that off and find all the objects for myself. You can choose to see the objects star by star like I do, or you can see all the objects at once. Now let's look at the Regis site for another way to find a scene. With this way, you'll have to play one scene cold turkey. Don't worry, the first step in each leg is typically pretty doable. Take note and try to remember as many objects as you can. I have a notepad and write them down right away as soon as I finish the scene. Typically, I can't remember more than 4 or 5 of them, no matter how hard I try, but 4 or 5 is enough. Now that we have our list, let's go to the Regis site. Type in the search bar all of the objects that you remember, separated by a hashtag. This is probably enough. How many scenes have both forceps and delivery forceps? At any rate, you'll get a small list to choose from. But no, there's only one. The Regis site also gives options for studying. Choose your favorite site. If you're finding that this is all too much for you, join this Facebook group and post your padlocked picture. There are amazing people there working around the clock to help out anyone that's having trouble. They will find your scene and post it for you, and usually pretty quickly. So, some tips. You get your tickets to play Sweep the Board through gameplay. You can get up to 15 tickets. When you tap play now, you get 6 free tickets to start. I highly suggest playing the regular game first to get your 15 free tickets, because when you press play now, you still get your 6 tickets, equaling 21 to start with. Also, the first 2 legs of Sweep the Board are super easy, and I typically play them cold turkey with no studying at all. By the 3rd round, I do take the time to find my scene and do a little studying on that sleuth life. The 4th and 5th scene are progressively harder, and that's when I take the time to do one more step, which I'm going to show you now. We're going to YouTube. Type in your selected scene, and you will get a listing of different channels showing you someone playing that scene, object by object. I typically choose Myru's World. Myru goes in order from left to right so that I don't get lost. You may have noticed that this channel also got this same scene as a Sweep the Board scene 2 years ago. I would suggest not studying Sweep the Board videos because you will not get to see every single object, and guaranteed an object that you did not see will show up on your game. Let's take a quick peek at one of Myru's videos. Do you see how easy it is to follow along? If you find that the video is too fast or too slow for you, you can adjust it this way. Tap on the cog and then playback speed. From here, use the slider to adjust the speed to your liking. Let's go with 0.5, half speed. So painfully slow, but you will learn every object. And those are my tips. I know, speed is a factor, but I promise once you know where every object is in your scene, you will be faster than you usually are. Give these tips a try and see if that takes you to the end. To end, I'm showing you my last step in scene 5. I even had a few missteps. Did you see how doable that was? I had so many missteps, and I was still able to get it with 0 seconds to spare. I won the territorial croc, and I know just where it's gonna go. It looks like my crocodile is going to move me up a level, which I'm not quite ready to do yet. So I'm putting him in my boat first. And then I'm going to put these manatees into the boat and move the crocs back out so that I don't level up. There are so many decorations in this boat. This is taking forever. Ta-da! I love it. So, using these tips, I have won every single sweep the board that I have played, except for the one that I forgot to go back and finish. That was the one with Mysterious Mansion as a prize. Too bad, so sad. Maybe it'll come around again. But as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that we don't lose each other. And until we meet again, sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey.